power of the underground.
In my last video, I said that I was going to prove that sea levels are receding and that sea levels are falling. Rising sea levels is science fiction. Sea levels are not rising. Sea levels have been receding for a very long time and show no indication of any opposite rise. Practical examples, however, are always more graphic in proving a point. Newspaper articles and current accounts of everyday events are always more persuasive than hearsay. So to prove my point conclusively, I'm going to cite a couple of practical examples of the sea's recession right here in our very own backyard. An article in the New York Times published recently tells us that the state of New Jersey has been selling the land left behind by the receding seas. It seems that New Jersey has discovered this land bonanza and is making full use of it. The land left behind by the sea is prime real estate, as you would imagine. So the state of New Jersey is selling the newly created land for millions of dollars per acre. The land is being sold to casino owners who buy this land because it is choice real estate right on the seafront. The interesting part is that the state now realizes that it could have been selling these lands and collecting taxes since 1776, when the United States gained its independence from Britain. The problem is that the state had no way of knowing beforehand that the land was being created. Because the newly found land is used up as fast as it appears, people build on these lands even while they are still mud flats. In time, all evidence of their creation is erased. It is only since 1922 and subsequently, when aerial photography was used, that a graphic record of photographic time exposures reveal the growth of new land and the departure of the sea. In other words, New Jersey discovered that the sea is receding only since the inception of aerial photography in 1922. There are, however, 20 other states with shorelines who have found that they are benefiting from the bonanza, the newfound land left behind by the receding seas. So New Jersey is now reaping the benefits of the land by selling the acreage off to casinos and hotel chains at over $10 million per acre, and that was 20 years ago. But that is not all. Now that the state realizes that the sea does recede and leaves all this land behind, they have been poring over old maps to find out where the sea was back in 1776, with the hope that they can tax the landowners retroactively. The state constitution grants them riparian rights on all the land washed by the tides. The question of retroactivity, however, is being fought by the people who have occupied the lands for a long time in peace. The other problem is that the state, although it has constitutional rights to the land, does not know how much land has been left behind by the sea since 1776. So it seems that for now, they can only claim what they can prove that they own. That is where aerial photographer came to the rescue. That was the only means of available proof. Photographs presented a graphic record of the growth of the new land being left behind by the sea since 1922. If aerial photography existed back in 1776, it would have revealed that the state of New Jersey has gained 20,000 acres in the 200 years since then. This all land left behind by the receding seas. In New York State, the situation is the same. Starting in 1941, 1,000 acres in Jamaica Bay were reclaimed from the salt marshes by dredging and dumping up the land. The purpose was to build a new airport. The airport, first called Idlewild Airport, started operations in 1948. In 1963, the airport was renamed John F. Kennedy Airport in memory of the president. Because of all the activity in the area over the last 50 years, aerial photography has revealed that the remaining salt marshes in the Bay Area are disappearing. The photo study over successive years have indicated that the marshes are drying up and dying from the shoreline outward. The Environmental Protection Agency has been able to make a detailed study of the marshes over 50 years. This study was in all probability made easier with the assistance of aerial photographic records. The airport area is under constant scrutiny and surveillance from the air. So for this reason, detailed records exist of the salt marshes and their disappearance. This is all to the good. Disappearing salt marshes are an area of great concern to the environment. So a study was made and the results are published on the internet. The sum total of the study is that they don't know why the salt marshes are disappearing, but they are putting forward solutions for solving the problem. The fact is that the sea is receding, and as it recedes, it drains the salt marshes away. The salt marshes will all disappear in time as the sea recedes. All the salt marshes along the east coast of the United States have been disappearing since colonial times. In time, they will all disappear as the sea recedes. The receding seas affects all aspects of our lives, and in this series, I will endeavor to show you the many ways in which our lives are influenced by the receding seas. So keep watching for our next video. We will relate more interesting facts about our mysterious receding seas. I am Richard Guy.